So Chris has introduced several different price types and some history behind these price types, how they're derived, and then also how they translate into code level reimbursement. So what we're going to do now, we're going to spend some time looking through a few different methodologies that somebody could apply to actually process and reimburse for medically covered prescription drugs. So we're going to primarily focus in here on physician-administered claims. We talked about the hospital outpatient, and a lot of that follows the APC scheme. So we will carry through some of that pricing, but we're generally focusing here on the physician office claims. And we're going to walk through a series of methodologies. The first methodology is probably considered the most basic. We're looking at a code level reimbursement. So code level we're referring to as the HCPC or CPT code level. And really this is going to be driven by the HCPC unit submitted. So there's a few different ways to look at this. As we explained, there's an AWP-based code level reimbursement. And as Chris mentioned, typically when you're dealing with AWP pricing, you're going to be applying a discount to the AWP rate, as we know that those AWPs are generally inflated above the actual price that somebody would pay for that drug. Typical discounts that we see applied range anywhere from 5 to 15% off of the AWP rate. The WAC-based code level is, again, generated off of that wholesale acquisition cost price. So now we're talking a little better representation of the actual cost of a drug at first sale. So in this case, if a plan was going to use WAC-based code level reimbursement, they're generally going to apply a markup to that when they actually reimburse the claim. This allows for some profit on the actual provider side since they're purchasing that drug and administering it. So sort of inverse to the AWP. Here we usually see a markup of anywhere from 5 to 15% off of those WAC-based prices. And the last one being the average sales price or Medicare allowable. As we know, Medicare sets that as an ASP plus 6, but generally we will see plans use that same base ASP rate and apply different markups to that, sometimes in the neighborhood of 8 to 10%. One important part about the Medicare allowable or ASP pricing consideration is that it's not available for all HCPC codes. So if you're going down the path of using an ASP-based reimbursement model, you have to keep in mind that you're going to need an alternate strategy for those codes for which there's no CMS published ASP.